Hey guys, what's good? Welcome to Esme&Eric's YouTube channel. I'm gonna need you guys to like, subscribe, comment, and follow. You know the drill. I'm not making you do so, but if you guys get some money in your pocket, you're gonna subscribe and join my awesome badass contest. You guys also, once again, I'm gonna keep showing it. 2 cents or nonsense. The podcast from Moses Lake's point of view. You guys coming soon, coming real soon. Anybody wants to help me on it? Anybody's got some good stories? Holler at your boy. We'll get in there. We'll squeeze it in the lives. Trust me. So let me pop up the screen, you guys, real quick before we begin the stories. I know you guys are anxious to hear about this part of my life that you guys were so to out me on when you guys got something bad to say. Okay, dashboard, right there, dashboard confessions. I'll show you guys some dashboard confessions. Oh, yes. Well, you guys, I've reached the pinnacle of success. I'm almost there, you guys. We almost got an official YouTube channel repping the Kainai. And you guys, I wanted to show you this yesterday in yesterday's video. I should have showed you guys this video. I would have probably came off as a better because I was kind of angry yesterday and I did the live. And usually when I see this kind of stuff right here, it kind of gets my momentum going, eh? So, um, this is my halfway point, you guys. I gained most of this traction through chief and council elections, and everybody was checking out my videos. And now it's just like, like the controversy some of these videos could be or are causing is causing a lot of people to notice my channel. So you guys like, subscribe, comment, and follow for the second time. I'll probably say it about 4 or 5 times in this video, you guys, but make sure you guys subscribe because the giveaway, you guys are gonna need it, and you may not need it, but to the ones that do, because the last contest we did, we helped out some people, you guys. We helped out a lot. So make sure you guys we'll leave this up here for a second here. I want to look up some court cases too on Canly. You guys know what Canly is? If you guys wonder where I get most of my information from, it's Canly, Canll, or Canlii. Canly is case law. You can look up, you pop it up, and then you just put the last name of whoever did what, and then the docket should pull up what the offense is, indictable, summary, all that shit. So you can look up even if you feel like you're on a warrant, you can even call the number there and tell them your name and say, "Am I on a warrant?" And they'll let you know. So Academy is a really, how would I say it? It's a really resourceful site. So you guys see the title up there somewhere, January 27th live, Crees, bees, and the harmless trees. This this subject got me invited to Los Angeles, you guys. First class flight to Los Angeles to Johnny the Connect, Johnny Mitchell. He does podcasts that get millions and millions of views. And he happened to see one of my videos that I did on the drugs that were moving up real heavy around my area. He happened to ask me if I wanted to go down and do an actual podcast with the Connect. So you guys, Johnny Mitchell is a big, big, big fucking podcast, you guys. That getting an invitation from Johnny Mitchell and the production team was made me feel like my videos can be a success. So I'm running on that, you guys. I'm only running on that because not a lot of YouTubers, especially on Kainai, are getting invited to Los Angeles. Are getting invited to I think we got invited down to Maine too, you guys, Santanello. Um yeah, Peter Santanello, you guys. That's another podcast you guys should check out. Some of these you guys probably not familiar with, but these are the ones that gave me the fucking gas to keep going when I felt like giving up, you guys. When I felt like giving up, I got I got emails that were like, Eric, come down here, we'll put you in a nice hotel, maybe 3 days will cover it, and I declined at the time because of I think I was still on probation. I got hit with a 5-year probation back in 2019, and then I end up when you guys get put on probation and all that stuff. It's a real fucking bitch because it's kind of like a setup for failure, especially when the judge issues that type of punishment, you know. So they'll most likely say, okay, well, you guys are, every little bit they'll arrest you, they keep arresting you. So it's not good to go on probation. Last time I got offered 90 days jail sentence or 5 years probation. Um, Believe it or not, you guys, I took the 90 days. I took the 90 days because I knew I was going to get into trouble during those 5 years, and that would give me an automatic jail sentence. You know what I'm saying? Or a fine, you guys, ridiculous amount of fines. Um, but yeah, you guys, moral of my story right now is the 500 hours of watch time was well deserved on my end, you know. And just to let you guys know that there's other podcasts out there that have asked me to join them. I got invitations. Don't worry about that, you guys. I wish I was more settled. I wish I was more organized, had people to help me with the channel. Then maybe perhaps I can go and do some of these, hey? But unfortunately, guys, it's just like that. It's in our time frame. We don't have the time some people have. Sometimes we have more time than money. Sometimes we have more money than time. So, you guys, speaking of money, let's get it going, you guys. The Crees. That's my family, you guys. Bug, Buck, and Watson. By blood, not Buck. Buck's more of a homeboy, you guys, and I'll tell you guys all this stuff that happened. You guys heard nothing but negativity out of the reserve about them. That's not the way it went down, and even Constable Canyo out of Lethbridge is taking credit for this. He's like, Eric, you and your dad actually brought the Crees down, right? You guys got that fentanyl movement going on the reserve, eh? Constable Canyo out of the Lethbridge City Police. Drew Canyo, you guys. I'll spit his name because I know they watch my videos too. I got this thing from the fucking Lethbridge City Police. Well, it shows right on my algorithm who's watching and who's not watching, you know? So Drew Canyo goes and takes this credit and says that he solved it because he figured out Norman and Eric brought the Crees in down from Hobima. That's totally not true, you guys. That's 100% not true. Um, you guys, I'm gonna say this straight up. Drug dealers are smarter than a lot of average Joes around here. You know, you can't just tell yourself one day, "Oh, I'm gonna pick up a kilo and I'm gonna move it and become a drug lord." You know, you can't do that, you guys. It's not like that. It's just like regular work, a regular business that you own. You got the headaches, you got the theft, you got everything. It's no different, you guys. The only fucking difference between drug dealing and real life work or jobs are people saying that it's illegal. That's all. There's just one word separating. There's a fine line between that, you guys. And yeah, it's not that easy, you guys. Anyways, you guys, the uh So yeah, you guys, it's difficult for anyone to go and say they want to do that. It's not for everybody, you guys. And then when you guys get in, when it gets into the heavier, the more deeper you get in, there's handguns, there's violence, there's all that. That's the reason why it's made illegal because it's always gonna cause that. But you guys, I'm gonna tell you guys this: my cousins are one of the smartest fucking people that I know, and they came down, yeah, they came down to the reserve, you guys, but there was already drugs flowing on the reserve. There was already a lot of movement, crack and all that shit. The only difference was they brought the better stuff. And you can tell anybody, because a majority of the people that are mad are because their girls were doing favors, I guess you could say, for them, or they're working for them. Because I got a lot of that when I was in jail. When I was in jail, some of the boys, oh, my wife's working for Bug and some and so I just knew something bad was like I just knew something bad was to come of it. Either they're gonna go in the hole and all of a sudden they gotta go work. And that was the bad thing, you guys. They had to go work it off with because they wanted their money back. And they don't care how they got their money back. They really ripped off you guys, and that was where I broke my tie with them. And I'll get on to that, you guys, here. I'll tell you the rip off part. But anyways, a lot of the boys were mad because the Crees were scooping up their women, and some of them are even exes too, like ex couples that were still someone like for example, homeboy broke up with his girl and he was chopping, and his girl was chopping too. Then his girl ends up chopping for the Crees, and then and he didn't like that. And I thought to myself, well, why don't you guys aren't even together, man? Don't even worry about what she does. So they were just snatching up the women like crazy, you guys. And I got this one screenshot of this guy getting mad about his woman, hey? And then my cousin Buck tells him, oh, well, your woman was just throwing herself all over at us. Don't be getting mad at us for that. So there's a lot of that was going on, you guys. But I'm going to tell you guys, just want to make one thing clear, you guys. The Crees didn't bring down the drugs. The Crees didn't bring down the fentanyl. There was already fentanyl coming from Brockett, and the girl that was the young pine girl was bringing it in from Brockett, all the way in from Brockett, and everybody was pushing. It was going crazy in standoff way before I got into the game, you guys. Way before. So, anyways, my cousins were dealing with my sister at the time, and well, they met through my cousin Eddie in Calgary. My cousin Eddie was the boss. Shout out to my cousin Eddie. He's in Calgary right now. Anyways, Eddie hooked up my sister, and we just happened to meet up. Last names are exchanged, and you know how it is. It's a small world out there, right? Found out we're related to a couple of them. Anyways, my sister started bringing them large amounts of money. I swear, she's bringing like fucking 2 grand every other day up there, and or 3 grand every day because she's grabbing a 2 pack every day, every other day. So that works out to 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 8, 16, 32, 32 would be 40. So you guys, she was bringing in about 40 ounces a month. That's a lot, you guys. In kilo terms, that is 40 ounces would be 36, 18, 36, 30, 38, you guys. 38 ounces. My sister's bringing in just about a kilo a month for them boys. So it didn't take a lot for them boys to think, oh, wow, there's a lot of money down there. So what they did was they came down with a crew. And then this crew was put out just like little post stations. And they had people like Amber and all them, right, bringing them in. And some of them got charged for harboring. Some of the standoff people were charged for harboring. So, anyways, my cousins came down one round. They came down, they pushed, and when they went back up, they got into a fight. And then that's where the faction split in Hobima because there's a lot of gangs up there. So, because there was gangs up there that they kind of had, how money can make a person change. They saw that they saw that they saw that the money was they weren't being fair with the money, I guess you could say. But they were only getting paid soldier wages. Soldier wages are a lot different from boss wages, you guys. So when they went up and they did their thing, they split. So the second time they came down, they had my cousins and them were all pushing and all that shit. You had another crew come down because they knew about the business because they got invited down. So anyways, that's where the fentanyl came in and all that stuff heavy. I know it was already heavy around here, but it just came in heavier because people were selling it for 20 bucks. Prior to when my cousins came down, to get a bean was $40. 40, 50 to $60. Some people that were really sick, people like me would pay $100 for one. So anyways, when my cousins came down, they came down to $20 pills and we just pretty much put the price down. And I get that caused a lot of problems. A lot of people OD'd and all that shit. I'm not trying to say that I'm not trying to cover that up in any way whatsoever. I know 100% that these guys fucking OD'd on their shit. So anyways, they started pushing and they started bringing guns out and all that stuff. My cousin was at, I think it was Sandra's house, and that's how Sandra lost her house. He shot a shotgun off my cousin OJ. Oh, shout out to Orrin Johnson, you guys. Orrin Johnson's doing life without parole in PA. He ended up getting busted in standoff. That's why I said in standoff they're really harboring the fucking hardcores. And there's another guy. I can't remember his fucking name. He was down at Cindy Day Chiefs. They ended up getting busted. That's how she lost her house. This guy was wanted on first-degree murder. He told me he was out on parole for a second, but turns out he was charged for first. So the cops didn't even fucking need a search warrant. They just rolled in her house. Bam! They busted her. They pulled the kid out, and that's when it was on news the next day that the kid was wanted for murder. And that's when I knew things were getting a little heavy on the reserve. And I get a lot of people started feeling that, hey, but no, it wasn't my family that brought them down. They came down themselves. They have ties here already. And you know how the girls are, girls being girls. I mean, those types of girls being girls did what they did. And a lot of animosity was created. A lot of the boys were upset that they got cut off. So that's the reason why majority of the hype came out was because the boys got fucking they got fucking they got popped, and that's where the mess kind of was left at. And I went off, I did my own thing, and then I was competing with them. They were competing with their own, and it was just a big shit show. But you guys, it was nothing like the way you guys read it. Oh, Eric and his family brought in fentanyl. No, it wasn't like that, you guys. The mess was already here. Just something about it. We made something out of it. And I didn't really let it get to me to a point where I thought that, oh well, I think we're really fucking the reserve up. Never once did it cross my mind like that. The reserve is already fucked up. The drugs were here before the Crees, and the drugs are going to be here long after the Crees. And that's the only point I'm trying to make, you guys. And that story got me invited to Los Angeles, you guys. The burning hills of Hollywood right now invited me down, Johnny Mitchell and the Connect, to tell this story. I'm telling you guys my story first because I'd rather have Kainai hear my story first. So, you guys, my podcast is not totally what people say, oh, it's just shit. No, 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 you guys. I got invited down. I've got invitations to do other podcasts. I've put in requests for other podcasters to come to do my show. The only thing, you guys, is I'm not settled. I haven't been settled. And the way I thought about it 6 months ago, I should have just kicked it off then because I've had 6 months. But you guys, this kind of work takes preparation and time. Not just anybody can hop on the camera and say, oh, well, I'm going to start doing podcasts. I'm going to start doing lives. I've been doing this, you guys, for almost 4 years now. I haven't even had an official jump off for this channel, you guys. Got 250 subscribers waiting in line that I declined because I want my people from the reserve kind eye to subscribe to my channel first. You know, especially for this giveaway, the $250 giveaway. That honestly is holding me up from my projects, you guys. And I think by February or March, we'll be up to 1,000 subscribers, you guys, and that will make things a little bit easier for myself, you know. And I worked hard for it, you guys. I worked really hard for it. I got sober. I went through these tribulations, these trials, literal trial, like literally a trial, you guys, like a real actual court. You know, I went through all of that, and you know, it's tough to get to where I'm at, you guys. And I appreciate any one person that watches my videos. I don't care what anybody has to say negative about me or anything. I'll address it, you know. I'll address it. You know, yesterday we had a really good podcast. I mean live, and I erased it. I erased it because I was kind of scared to put these names out there because the backlash I've been getting lately. But I thought to myself, I'm getting it anyways. You know, everybody's already trying to sock it to me anyways. So yesterday, you guys, I was talking about it, and I got time. Let's talk about it right now, you guys. I was talking about the two types of sobriety that Kainai has, or anybody in general, you know. You could be sober, saw the light, you know, or you could be a dry drunk. And that's what we have, you guys. We have a majority of you guys that are dry drunks on the reserve that have nothing but negative shit to say about people like me. I did a video on this girl. I mentioned this girl's name because I'm gonna mention it again too, you guys, here in a second. You know. Okay. When we're in St. Paul's, we had nowhere to This is when I was sober enough, you guys. I had no vehicle. We had no means of transportation, and that. You know how St. Paul's is so close yet so far from everything. So we walked into town a few times, because a lot of people don't pick you up out in St. Paul's. I don't get that. Everybody that is somebody should pick up the hitchhikers from St. Paul's, because you know that somebody's just trying to get to town. So you guys, it was crazy. I went in, got some groceries one day, and me and my lady walked some extra foods, and we walked up back into St. Paul's. And we walked into town, you guys. It was really fun. No one picked us up, so we walked in town. We're really tired. We just had a little bit of water. And when we got into Cardston, you guys, you never forget, guys, it was so difficult, you know? It was hard. We went to Extra Foods. We got a couple vouchers and stuff, and then went to go use them. We got back from to the turnoff, you guys, because we walked all the way back up to the turnoff, you guys. The south turnoff, you guys, going to Waterton. And this guy picked this up. His name was Jason. I won't give you guys his last name. How far you guys been walking? And I said, well, we walked into town. I just went to Extra Foods and we walked here. He said, holy shit, you guys are halfway, because we're halfway on that road to the four-way, St. Paul's. He was really upset. He was like, why did you guys walk? And I said, because we had a car and we needed groceries. He was upset. He was more or less upset because he knew who I was, and he knew that, you know, okay, well, this guy you know, it's not normal. He's walking, you know. That's what he thought. Anyways, his wife, Jenna, um, you know, when everyone was going off on me, or they still are actually, kind of page, they're still going off him, trying to make a point. Yeah. Anyways, she went on there and she started teasing me about that, you guys. Like saying as if I was doing what doing had something to do with me walking at one time. I just took it as teasing, you know. Oh, you're teasing me because I was hitchhiking and walking home with groceries. Is that why you're teasing me? Now you put it in terms, who's fucking laughing? This is why I mentioned her name, you guys, because I seen her downtown. She was crying. She was trying to get Gab repentance, and crying around for her husband to find him. Everybody heard it, you know. When you fucking have a domestic in the middle of Cardston, everybody fucking hears it. So if you have a domestic, and obviously people are just gonna look at you. They're gonna obviously want to know what the fuck you're fighting about. So this girl was crying over medication, pills. Apparently the doctor didn't call down for her and something. I don't know. Then she expected her husband to go out and find some, eh? Walks up to me, asked me, you know where I can find some meds? I told him, yeah, probably down that way, you know. I pointed to the drugstore. And I had nothing bad to say about him because he gave me a ride. Me and my wife while we're hitchhiking with groceries, you know. I just kind of found it like at the time I didn't think anything of it, you know, until I got the shade thrown at me. Um, all, all I figured was okay. Well, she's trying to get medication. I'll tell him down that way. That same girl was the one that had a bunch of negativity to say about me about my sobriety. And then I thought to myself, who are you to talk to me about sobriety? You know, you got one thing on me. I hitchhiked and your husband picked me up and me and my wife up, and you think it's funny. That's not funny. Going around finding pills about the same guy you're talking to, calling him down, saying this and that. He's a crack dealer, he's a drug dealer, he's all this and that. I just didn't find it right that that she was a candidate to be talking against me, being that she has her own situation with her own addiction and her own medication. There was a lot of them, you guys, that had something to say about me. That's what got me thinking to the two types of sobriety. You can be sober, you saw the light, or you could be a dry drunk and talk all the shit that you want, which ain't good. So you guys, after I end up hearing that kind of stuff and seeing that, getting that kind of attention too from people that sobered up from me, I sobered up with me, I meant, and know where I come from. Yesterday's love another video or another name, um, Lyndon. I won't give you his last name, you know. I'll show some respect a little bit, you know, even though they disrespected me. I'm not trying to disrespect them, but I'll call you out. You called me out, so I'll call you out. Okay, this guy's got the Buto mark. Fucking rank, you guys, right here. He's got a Buto mark I got in 2008, 2019. No, you guys, 2018, because I read it in the newspapers. He he did a home invasion with my cousin, and my cousin pushed him in the door, and the guy had a machete and got Lyndon right here. And I seen him just on distribution, you guys. Just on distribution. I seen him on December at the mall. Didn't say nothing to me. That's why I kind of knew he had a problem. I was like, "What, man? You fucking kissing my ass when I was on the when we were struggling, and now you're sobered up. You want to look at me like that?" Because kind of gave me this look. But when I approached him, he was already gone, of course. Because not to mention, he's a pussy, you guys. He's a straight pussy. Anyways, my point is, when I seen him, there was still goo coming out of his face right here. Because I seen him wipe it like this. You guys, goo coming out of his mouth from an incident that happened 5 years ago. Um, 5 or 6 years ago, you guys, whatever that. But the injury that he had on his face, it was still bleeding. It was like pink goo. You can see it clearly because they were standing by Tim Hortons, and I was standing at Tim Hortons too, so I can see the lineup. I mean, who was in line? And I just thought to myself that that injury is still bleeding. And if you guys see this kid, you guys know what I'm talking about. It looks like his face is folded in, like when it fucking healed up, it just folded in. So he's got a wicked mark on his face. Came off the hard drugs, I mean, him and his wife. And then they go on to have the nerve to comment on that same shit that was going on about me currently. And I thought to myself, well, why are you talking shit when you got that mark on your face, always looking to hope, and all of a sudden now you act like you ain't never been there. So there's two kinds of sober people, you guys. There's people that are humble, and there's people like that guy. And he got sober with his wife. He went to jail. He had to get sober. He went to the pen. Shit, that must have been tough. Oh, he goes to the pen and he gets better and is on the supplicate program, I guess. Because, I was talking to this kid to a point where I know what's going on in his life, and he shouldn't have been talking down on me. So he's on a supplicate program. That's one of Esther Telfeather's new programs. They stick a fucking needle in your side and a bubble comes out, and then you feel that bubble on your side all month, you guys. All month, you guys feel like a bubble or a tumor or something inside your body. Then it shoots off daily doses of Suboxone. Scary drug. Fuck, that's a scary drug to get sober. Anybody that's looking to get sober, don't do that supplicate shit. Because there's absolutely, I swear, Lyndon and those people are like fucking the mice for that. Rat mice, they're guinea pigs. They're guinea pigs. And people like that shouldn't have been talking, especially if you got sober. If you got sober, you got sober. But don't talk somebody down like me and say, "Oh well, he's coming up. He's trying to come up, and let's keep him down here. Let's pull him down. Let's talk all the shit about him, and maybe he'll fall down." I'm not gonna fall down for people like that. You know, my so-called sister Denise. I brought her name up too, and I kind of I kind of didn't want to put these names out there, but I thought to myself, you guys are openly talking shit about me, so why should I be so discreet and bringing your name up? So my so-called sister, you guys, she was just home and she had nowhere to go. That's why she came to our house in 2012. And then she calls my dad, and she calls like my sister her sister. She calls me her brother when she's having a good day. And then, like, I don't buy that shit. And I'm gonna tell you that straight up. Even if you see my video, Denise, you're not my sister. I just don't talk like that. Anyways, I get a lot of these guys were grown ass that we took in. That's why I take it upon saying that you guys just came in. A lot of you just came in, but we took care of you. Whatever we had on the table is what you had on the table. And a lot of them, like Denise, were just hanging around us because we're dealers. I caught that right from the start, you guys. That's why I never called her my sister. Fuck that. I knew from the get go who was at the house for genuine purpose, and I knew who was there trying to use us. So people like Denise were doing it. Anyways, we got to Lethbridge and we moved to Lethbridge, and by then I was already heavy selling fentanyl by then. Denise and Geraldine, they were addicted to it because we were all doing it. We used to all fucking take off the standoff to go buy it before we started selling it. Because that's where it originally came from. It came from standoff. It came from the Young Pines. The Young Pines brought it from, I'm not going to say the Young Pine, I'm going to say a Young Pine lady. So forgive me for saying that, Young Pines. I didn't mean to say all of you, but what's her name? Was it Karen or Carolyn? Carolyn Young Pine? Yeah. She was the one bringing it in from Brock, and she was selling them for $40 a pill. So all we did was bring it in, and we brought it. We got it for fucking next to nothing, you guys. Sometimes if we bought 5 ounces off the dealer, he'd throw us 1,000 bag of his fentanyl. They're basically free. We put a price and we came down. We started selling them $20 a pill. So, anyways, Denise and Geraldine were really heavily addicted to them. So now they don't have the right speaking. 2 seconds, you guys. Just let me fix this. 2 seconds. Okay, guys. So, anyways, they moved to Lethbridge with us and they started selling too. And we used to call it because we thought we were cool, at least at bare minimum, we thought we were cool. Right then and there, when Denise and Geraldine started selling, they made us the enemy. And I thought to myself, well, why? I thought, what's going on here, you guys? You know, they just hit my guts right from then on, because we were selling. And then my wife went up to treatment because we're trying to get our kids back. And then she met Geraldine up there. She was getting sober too. So we should have been all on the level, you know, because we all tried to find a light, you know, and we found it. We got sober, all of us. And then all of a sudden, you guys had all this bad shit to say about me. And I thought to myself, you guys never changed. You guys are the same. You guys were just backstabbers from the get go, you know? And talk all the shit you want about me, but don't forget we took you in. Don't forget we fed you. Don't forget we even hooked you up. Don't forget that. And all of a sudden they forget it, and now they think they're better than us. They act like they've never been around this drug, you know? And yesterday in my video, I explained to you guys the sobriety that I consider and the one everybody else thinks, their opinion. I told you guys yesterday in my video that sobriety to me is anybody that got off that fentanyl. Because that was a hard drug to get off, you guys. Fuck, it was rough trying to sleep, trying to do all that good stuff. And and some people got off it completely, then some stopped, and then some others got on methadone. I don't care what you got off on. As long as you got off on fentanyl, I'm proud of you. I condone that. I condone that. I want you guys to be sober off this stuff. This stuff is a bad drug, you guys. It takes your life. It's killing our people. My cousins didn't bring it. You know, it was already here before we started selling it. And yeah, we all just had a piece of the pie, you know. It's not like one person had it. But I sobered up and not once did I ever mention anyone's name in negativity and say, oh, especially someone getting back on BTA. I didn't join those people and start saying, ha 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 ha. Not like that, you guys. Not the way it happened to me. I got not one thing was said about my videos and my content. It was all about my personal life. Oh, Eric, I heard this, I heard that. You're just all this, you're all that. Everything, you guys, I heard it. Everything, you guys. I heard everything. Even the most fucked up shit you can hear about me, I heard it. And I thought to myself, why the fuck are you talking shit about me? Half of you guys that came from where I came from. Oh, I know why. Because you're that kind that sobered up and you think you're all that in a bag of chips. You'll forever be tainted by fentanyl. You'll forever be a poster boy or poster child or poster girl for whatever the fuck you did. Whatever your poison was. You'll be a poster boy for it. I don't care what you're smoking. I don't care what you're snorting. I don't care what the fuck you're doing. But if you tell me you got off fentanyl, I'll believe it. And that's good enough for me to support you. And I support anyone. Anyone that's got off fentanyl, I support you. But to the ones that got sober, and like Denise and Geraldine and like all the other ones, I want to talk bad about me now. Don't act like you ain't never been there before, you know? And if you don't want to be my friend, that's okay. I'm a good fucking guy. Majority of my subscribers are gonna tell you that. You don't want to be a part of me or whatever. I don't care. You don't have to be. Just keep my name out of your mouth, you know? So you guys, when I got sober, I got humbled. I got humbled because I saw people die from it, you guys. I seen 4 people on my watch die. Fucking dead. Fucking laying there. And the scariest was seeing my sister OD. It humbled me. 100%. I'm not gonna ever act like how you guys did. The second people that have a problem with our addicts stealing, lying. That's what they do. That's what we did. I know one of you chopped off your, or that were doing a chop, ripped off your guy. I did it a couple times. Took off from Jamal. Got 5 beans for his 100. Bucko was sick, you guys. I called up Amanda. She pulled up, and then okay, took off with Jamal's. He looked for me all day, you guys. He even came to my apartment, but he didn't know which apartment I was at. RJ almost heated me out. He was like, "Is this where?" He's like, "Hey, stay there." Jamal tells Jamal, "No, I didn't." Hey, but no, there because a couple hours he found out where I was at, and I know a few days later he found out where I was at, By then I already used his money. I already flipped it to get like 25, 30 beans, and I gave him his spot. I told him I was sorry, and he's like, "Well, you shouldn't have did that. I was gonna give you half of them." And I know he wasn't. He's just gonna give me a puny little snort and take off with his cousin because he's with his little cousin. He's Lebanese, you guys, eh? So, anyways, I know you guys have a lot of stories like that. We all did that. We all fucking came from the bottom, and some of us are trying to climb out. And like crabs in the bucket will forever be here. But when it comes to people that were on the street with you, that were addicted with you, when they're trying to pull you down, that's not right. You know. For Lyndon to talk and his face still gooey from his injury, that injury tells you that that person's a piece of shit that probably robbed someone and got that mark. In Mexico we call it puta. In Mexico we call it puta mark. You know, so he had the puta mark, the bitch mark on his face. For him to go off and start talking shit about me when you sobered up and you want to get your props, I gave you your props. But then you want to act like you're better than me, one step above me. Oh, Eric's just this, Eric's just that. No, 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 no. Eric's got a good YouTube channel, and he's a pretty guy. You guys, anybody that wants to talk negative about me, I want you guys to look at this right here, and you guys can even spread it out and tell the people about it. You guys, if you guys were here earlier, I showed it to you guys, but I want to show you guys this that are here that just joined my channel. Look at this, you guys. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see my arrow. Probably not on my screen. But I want to show you guys this. This really means a lot to me. This means that my channel is going to be growing, and it is growing, and it's halfway to success, guys. And let's try and get it going here. I really hate the signal. Right there, you guys. 500 hours of watch time. Well done. You're in the zone, and your audience is loving it. You guys, I just need 1,000. I just need 500 more hours, and that'll be 1,000 hours of watch time. That means, you guys, I can get sponsorships. I can finally get paid for doing my stories, and I accomplished this with you guys. I told my stories to you guys. You guys listen to me. Now, I appreciate it, you guys. I love it, you guys. I love it that you guys gave me this kind of attention, and this is where we're at. So we're at the halfway point. If you guys stuck with me from the halfway point, and if you guys stick with me to the next 500, I'm going to make sure that you guys are rewarded. You guys are going to be rewarded because helping my channel, helping me with this, I can't properly say thank you guys because It comes with a lot of nice words and gestures. So I'll save it and I'll just tell you guys straight up, thank you for watching my content. Thank you for helping me achieve this 500 hours. And I know you guys are going to help me get to the next 500. So you guys, it's 500 everything, 500 more hours of watch time to get paid. I need another 250 or 200 to be exact, 247 more subscribers to get to my $500 gift giveaway. You guys, I have 250 subscribers waiting in a program that I joined, and I declined to not go forward with it because I wanted my people from the reserve to fill those spots, 147, 247 more spots. So if you know somebody or got somebody, tell them about this achievement that Eric got on his YouTube channel. And you guys, the only direction we got left is to the top. So you guys stick with me on my more videos like this to come. Um, my cousins, the Crees, shout out to Bug, shout out to Watson, shout out to Bug, you guys, or Buck. So if you guys see this video, I made it for you guys. I'll have another video coming out here. I might be doing another live in a couple hours, you guys. So stay tapped in. I'll let you know on my Facebook if I'm going live or what's gonna happen. But till then, you guys, remember what I said earlier. Like, subscribe, comment, and follow. I'm not putting a gun to your head. I'm not forcing you to. I just want you guys to win 500 bucks. Subscribe to my channel. I got 60, almost 9, actually 73% of you guys are not subscribed to my channel, you guys. 73% of you guys like my content, watch it, gave me my $500. I'm thankful for it. But now I need you guys to subscribe, especially if you're from Kainai. Help your boy. And peace out till next one, you guys.